Hello and welcome to Tathastu. As you know, Tathastu has started its Aadharshila series where we will be bringing forth to you a series of free videos under this course, which is very important for your prelims perspective. So, in that series, we have a series known as S.A.T.R.A.P where we discuss the previous year questions of science and technology. You must have seen the quantum computing video. And now we have come with the next question, which was in 2022 paper, which was Web 3.0. So let's talk about Web 3.0. UPSC had put forth this question about Web 3.0 technology, where it had given you a series of statements about Web 3.0, which could or could not have been correct. So let us explore this Web 3.0 and try to figure out how we should have solved this question. So first thing that we come to know is the word web. Now literally what is a web? A web is simply the ones that a spider creates. This is what is web. What is the feature of this web? Every node is connected to the other node. So this is what is a spider's web. So what is the web that we are using? It is the web in which information is connected, interconnected. So basically all the information, when it is interconnected, then it is web. Now what do we have in web? We have World Wide Web. So what is the meaning of World Wide Web? The information web is actually interlinking the nodes throughout the world. So this is what is World Wide Web. Now this concept of World Wide Web was given by Tim Berners-Lee. Now this man, Tim Berners-Lee, was a visionary. He had a lot of things in his mind regarding this idea of World Wide Web. He basically wanted all the information around the net to be connected in the format of semantic learning, which means the internet will understand the language of humans. This is what Tim Berners-Lee had initially conceptualized when he talked about World Wide Web. So then coming to, we've learned what web is. Now there is something 3.0 which should immediately strike some bit of pondering in us, that if something is 3, then something must have been 1, something must have been 2, and then we have 3.0, right? So this is the progression across the generations of World Wide Web. So what was happening? Initially in 1.0, it was a monotonous textual document which was uploaded by a central authority, a central node, and published worldwide. This was simply what 1.0, the first version of web, was. There was just information which was produced, managed and distributed through one central node. So this was the center and this was giving out information. This was what was happening in Web 1.0. Now coming to Web 2.0. Web 2.0 is the current network of internet that we are using. It has often been given the name of FANG. Now what is FANG? Web 2.0 is often connected as being related to Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google. So this is what brings in FANG. Alright. So this is the slang that we use for Web 2.0. So basically what happens in Web 2.0 is, it is an interactive and socially integrated, which means all of us are posting, all of us are able to view whatever the other is posting. This is what is happening in this Web 2.0, the current version of web that we are using, we are able to view content across whatever I am putting from Tathastu office, you are able to see. This is the magic of Web 2.0. But there are certain things in Web 2.0. First thing is there is a central authority. So I cannot directly come to you. I have to go through YouTube. And YouTube is actually regulated by a central node, which is either the government or the office of YouTube, something like that, that handles the content that is being published on YouTube. So there is a censorship element involved. Sometimes the content that YouTube finds may not be suiting its standards or its preferences. It might delete that content. So that is the element which is there in Web 2.0. Okay. So this is what is the concept in Web 2.0, where we are trying that information is linked. I can also upload, you can also upload. But still there is one central authority. Certain terms that are used in Web 2.0, HTML, HTTP and URL. URL is a uniform resource locator. Now pay deepest attention to the words used. This is hypertext transfer protocol and this is hypertext markup language. Now what is happening in Web 2.0 is there is a language which the internet uses. Whatever I am talking to you or whatever is being typed by me for you, that is actually translated by a central node into the language that it understands, it is processed and then it is given to you in a language that you understand. So there is a markup language which is in hypertext format, which means the language is complicated. Coming to HTTP, when do we see this? Whenever we type a web address, before that we will see HTTP. So HTTP is basically a transfer protocol. It will retrieve whatever information I am trying to find, whatever address I type, it is going to retrieve that from its source and give it to me. So basically it is being used as a transfer mechanism. So this is what is the feature of HTTP, and that is why before writing any address we use this term HTTP. You will see even if you do not write HTTP, it is automatically loaded in your Google search box. This is what is HTTP. It's basically used to retrieve the data. And what is URL? URL is the uniform resource locator. It will locate the resource from which the information is being retrieved. So what I am, if I ask you to share this video, I will give you a URL address. What is this? It is the location of where I am on the internet. The internet is a space-time. It's a place in space-time. So to locate me, that is done by URL. So these are the features which are there in Web 2.0. But we figured out something, that there was something known as censorship. There was something known as central control. And there was something known as HTTP. HTML, I'm so sorry. HTML, where there was a markup language. In Web 3.0, we have tried to eliminate all this and we have brought a censorless, a democratic form of web, wherein I can upload any information, I can reach you anywhere across the world without any central nodal authority. This is the beauty of Web 3.0. You all must have heard about blockchain. If you've not, we'll be discussing it in our upcoming further videos. What is a blockchain? Anybody can upload anything, a ledger is created and then it stays as the ledger is. So we'll discuss this blockchain in detail, but the whole idea is it is a very democratic and a very participative format where you and I will have equal contribution throughout the web. This is the feature of Web 3.0. So this is why UPSC has asked you this question, where it wants to know if Web 3.0 has an aspect of people controlling their own data. The answer is yes. I will control what data I am putting on the internet. Okay. Apart from that, there can be a blockchain based social networks. Yes. Now you are using Facebook. But if Web 3.0 comes into play, then you do not need Facebook. There will be no censorship. Okay. And it is operated by users. You, I and every individual on this web, on this network will be having equal control over the data. There will be no central controlling authority. So this is the feature of 3.0. Now an obvious thing which will come to all our minds is, why go for something which is this dangerous? So yes, there are disadvantages. There are disadvantages of control. There are disadvantages of law and order. You and I, we are good people. We will upload good content. We will want to connect in a proactive manner. But we cannot deny the existence of non-state actors who do not want peace and harmony, who are working with their ulterior motive. So in that case, Web 3.0 is not as much as a boon that we are considering it to be. The technology is there, but it has not been brought into implementation for this disadvantage. So this is the disadvantage of Web 3.0, and this is the kind of things that can happen. So there was a language here, there was HTML. In Web 3.0, we have brought in elements of artificial intelligence and we have brought in elements of machine learning. And as I said, Tim Berners-Lee had talked about semantics, right? Where is it? Semantics, which means there will be a conversation between me and the internet where the internet can understand my language. So this is the kind of massive revolution that Web 3.0 wants to bring in, and that is why, as UPSC has given in its syllabus, it wants you to have an awareness about Web 3.0. And thus this question has come. As we know, we have verified that all of these are correct. So the answer here should have been D, 1, 2 and 3. So with this, we end the discussion for Web 3.0. See you in the next video. Thank you.